3 Days of Rough Idle by Geeks Trucking. The rumble under the hood didn't sound right. It was a wet, uneven cough, the kind that makes a seasoned driver's gut twist. Jake eased off the throttle and watched the tack needle flutter like a nervous heartbeat. He was 85,000 pounds loaded with heavy steel beams, rolling west through Ohio on what should have been a simple 2-day run to Missouri. The first hint of trouble came outside Columbus. His Detroit started missing under load, coughing black smoke with every hill. Jake knew the sound too well, fuel injectors. He tapped the dash and muttered, "Not now, not with a full trailer." Stopping wasn't an option. The receiver wouldn't touch the load if he was late, and roadside mechanics wouldn't tear into a loaded truck, so he kept rolling, babying the throttle, keeping the revs steady. The miles dragged slower than molasses in winter. By the time he crossed into Indiana, the engine sounded like a diesel with a hangover. The truck shook at idle, fuel mileage tanked, and his EGTs ran hot enough to fry an egg on the manifold. He filled up in terre haute, shaking his head as the pump clicked past $1,200. "That's liquid gold going up in smoke," he said to the attendant. Day 2 should have been the home stretch, 500 miles, easy. Instead, Jake limped along the shoulder at 55, praying the injectors held together long enough to make delivery. Every time he climbed a hill, he imagined one of them sticking open and washing out a cylinder. The radio stayed off. He was listening for the death rattle. At sunrise on day 3, Jake finally rolled into the receiver's yard, exhausted and out of patience. The forklift driver took one look at the soot-streaked stacks and said, "Man, your truck sounds sick." "You don't know the half of it," Jake replied, signing the bills with a grim smile. Once empty, he parked at the diesel shop down the road. The mechanic popped the hood, cracked the fuel rail, and frowned. "3 bad injectors. You're lucky she made it here." Jake just nodded, half proud, half broke. What should have been a clean 2-day haul had turned into a 3-day grind of shaking, smoking, and praying. As the shop lights flickered over his tired Freightliner, he leaned against the fender and listened to the silence. No rattle, no roar, just the stillness after surviving another fight with fate. He chuckled to himself and muttered, "Well, she got me here. Guess I owe her a rebuild and a weekend off." Then he walked inside to grab a stale cup of coffee and wait for the parts truck, already thinking about the next load that would pay for this one's lesson. If you like this kind of story, please like, follow, comment, and share.